time.
Church bell.
I'll bring my.
Roll call, Diane.
Mr. Douglas?
Here.
Mr. Barber?
Here.
Mr. Bruno?
Here.
Mr. Irwin?
Here.
Mr. McDonald?
Here.
Mr. Tatro, Water Sewer Superintendent. Mr. Farrell, Highway Superintendent. Ms. Barber, Confidential Secretary to the Board. Mr. Gwyneth, Zoning Officer. I'm not even going to say Shaka, our Dog Control Officer. Lloyd Provost, our Deputy Superintendent Highway. Mr. and Mr. Bax, John Ryan. Mr. Favreau, our Town Attorney.
Diane?
Very
Okay.
nice, we're ready to talk here.
Yeah, our AC died, so. Okay, so I need approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting of September 12th.
Take it.
Jim Douglas,
Second.
Craig Bruno. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes. Next one, I need a motion and a second for the special meeting of September 19th.
I'll make it. I'll second it.
Rick and Craig. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
5 ayes on that one. Community input. Anyone sign up or anyone would like to speak before? Anyone? No one? Anyone? Okay. Moving along. Number 6. Need a motion and, well, wait, it's just, not even a motion. Yeah, motion and a second. To approve the PH Senesac Lagoon Project Pay App request number 7. Need a motion and a second, even though it's all, this is from our.
Make the motion.
Craig?
Second.
Jim Douglas? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is that the last payment for them?
Nope, they have a negative $21,000 change order, deduct change order, and then when that gets sent back, then the next one will be the final.
Thank you.
John, 137, 97, 93 cents.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let it be known the company did a really good job and kept on track of what had to be done and everything. Number 7, I need a motion and a second, or it's got the same thing. Approve Luck Brothers Elm Street Project Pay App request number 1 for $247,020.46.
We'll make it.
Rick Barber,
Second it. Whoop.
give it to Mel. Any questions?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.
These are always approved before they get to us by all the funding and everyone else. Okay, moving along, number 8. Approve Luck Brothers Telegraph Culvert Project Pay App request number 3. Mike, do you have anything on this, or you want anything on that? Just the way it is. Good. So I need a motion and a second for
I'll
that.
make the
pay
motion.
app.
Second.
Craig and Jim Douglas. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
John, 215, 121, 75.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Number 9, we just had the public hearing before the meeting. I need a motion and a second to pass the local law number 1 for 2022 to it's really not to exceed what the chance to exceed the tax levy. We have it in place this way, but I need a motion and a second for the resolution, then we can have a new discussion.
I'll make it.
Rick,
Second.
give it to Craig this time.
A resolution to adopt local law number 1, 2022 to exceed the tax levy limit established in general municipal law, section 3-C. Whereas the town board of the town of Peru is anticipating that the budget for the fiscal year of 2023 will require a real property tax levy in excess of the tax levy limit as defined by general municipal law, section 3-C. And whereas the Public hearing concerning said local law was duly advertised in the Press Republican official newspaper of the town. And whereas the public hearing on said proposed local law number 1 was held in the town hall on Monday, September 26th at 5:45 p.m., where all parties in attendance were allowed an opportunity to voice comments for or against said law. Whereas the town board of the town of Peru, through deliberation, finds that it is in the best interest of the town to adopt said local law number 1 of 2022, resolved that introductory local law number 1 for the year 2022 entitled Local Law to Override the Tax Levy Limit Established in General Municipal Law Section 3-C, and the same is hereby adopted as local law number 1 of 2022, and the town clerk is directed to enter said local law in the local law book of the town and give notice of the adoption of said local law to the Secretary of State. Resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mr. Barber?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. And like we've stated over and over, we did this about probably 10 years ago. We only did it one time when I've been on this board. We did it because it was a bad year with gases, with insurance, stuff like that. Obviously, we didn't have to exceed it, but this is only anticipating. And if we do, you have to have this in place. If you don't put this in place, you can't go over it. The negative things if you go over it, and that's why we're gonna hopefully don't have to, and there's no anticipation of going over it, that we have to, there's things that do get taken away from the town, tax rebates and stuff during the year. So that's why people do not like to go over this ever, so. But we know that in budget time, and obviously we've been aware of this for years.
Thank you, Brandy.
Yep. Anything else, anyone else? Okay. Number 10, motion and a second for a resolution for the award salt maker from the bid opening on September 26th at 10 a.m. Me, Mike, Diane was here, Dan was here. I think that was probably it. I don't know. There was 4 or 5 of us. Yeah.
How many bids?
One.
One.
Actually, someone tried to email it, and I told them that I needed it sealed, and I got nervous, saying I answered it wrong, so I text Matt, he said yes. I said, okay, I did give them the right answer, so.
Yep.
But they wanted to email, I tried to get them to FedEx, I said, FedEx it to my house, and I was gonna give them everything but my home address.
Okay, thank you.
So I need a motion and a second for the resolution.
Make the motion.
Craig? I'll second.
A resolution to purchase the salt brine maker equipment and storage tanks from Granite State De-icing Supply with good results of September 26, 2022 at 10 a.m. by the Town of Peru Highway Department. Whereas the Town of Peru Town Board has found a need to purchase a salt brine maker equipment and storage tanks for the highway to more efficiently and better maintain the roads during the winter and also help achieve reduced road salt use in the Adirondacks. The Town Highway Department received bids at 10 a.m. on September 22, 2022, and the resulting bid of $45,362.24, including shipping from Granite State De-icing Supply, was the lowest responsible bid received. And whereas the Town Board and the Highway Department Superintendent have determined that the new salt brine application system would enable the town to provide a continued level of quality service to the town's residents at a reasonable price. Now be it resolved that the town supervisor is authorized to sign all paperwork to execute this purchase as soon as possible.
Any discussion?
Yeah. We get any price on the piping for the water supply yet?
Working on it.
Working on it? Still looking at the specs?
Mike, that's an awful shot for shipping on that thing.
What's that?
The shipping is pretty,
Coming from the North Dakota.
okay, I assume it's coming from New Hampshire.
Yeah. Well, the brine maker is there, but the storage things, back up on storage.
Big and bulky.
And, they're oversized, so that's,
Oversized, pay the fiddler.
but they're gonna be 2 months.
Slow driving. Good.
Can they drive during the daytime with oversized load?
Send Lloyd down to pick it up.
Yeah. Daylight than night, you can't drive at night.
I'm gonna say roughly you're gonna be around $8,000 for the install equipment for the water and electric.
What's the number we're batting around?
I don't know, Wayne gave us a number, but I never got to see
It's
it.
a lot more than that.
That's a rough estimate.
Okay. He said something.
I haven't seen the yet, but
He said something like 14 or 15,000. He was just looking
He
online.
Googled X tubing.
Yeah.
Any other more discussion on this? Anyone?
No, thanks, that's all I needed.
Okay.
The fence isn't bad. It's
Mr.
all
Douglas?
grass.
Mr. Garber?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes,
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Okay, number 11, flying right along. The approval, motion and a second, approval to hire Matt Hauser to water sewer park department.
I'll make it.
I'll second. Made the motion, Jim, no second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, but resolution then we do.
A resolution authorizing the rehiring of Matthew Hauser as a water wastewater maintenance worker 1 as of October 3rd, 2023?
Sorry.
2022, okay. Whereas the town board has agreed that the hiring of permanent water wastewater maintenance worker 1 is necessary for the effective operation of the Peru Town Water Sewer Department following the recommendation of Town Water Sewer Superintendent Courtney Tatro. Be resolved that Matthew Hauser will be rehired as a permanent water wastewater maintenance worker 1 for the town of Peru at an hourly pay rate to be $22.93, which is a step forward due to previous experience, for the start date of October 3rd, 2022. And be resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
It's in 2023 budget one.
I'm just trying to,
It's okay. All allowed to make
Any
one mistake.
discussion, Courtney, on this at all? Anything?
No? How many, you did interviews on this too?
Only Matt and one other person, but looking at our applicant pool, and the one person that we were really looking at backed out last minute.
It's all right, you did a good job.
He's the best fit to get us up and running
He'll do good, he's been around, he knows everybody, so.
to somewhat of a standard we were at with his already experience.
Yeah.
He's good at going to the schools and stuff when he get his license.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, this is without the 2 licenses?
Right.
Okay.
So would he be considered a water maintenance worker or water wastewater maintenance? Does that make a difference?
Be water wastewater maintenance one.
So what I have.
Yeah, that's what's on there. Okay, roll call.
Mr. Garber?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes. Believe Matt, you want this one tabled because we gotta have someone answer a question in the
Yes.
public.
Yep, number 12.
Okay. So we need number 12 tabled until next meeting.
Make a motion to table 12.
Craig second. Craig second. All in favor? Aye. Now we'll come back up. We just need somebody here to answer something in public on it.
Who's somebody, and what's the question?
Question is gonna be who got the box and when they opened it, what was in it and stuff like that. Well, Matt wants it done in public, so,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, my understanding is that the town's been invoiced for certain items that were missing. They were invoiced for X number of items, we're missing a significant, a portion of those items, and nobody seems to know where they are, so I think it's best to just discuss it in public, so there's no misunderstanding about what we're asking or why. There's no agendas at stake, just we need to know where these things are.
Perfect. Understandable, thank you.
Okay, so let's table it to the next meeting. Number 13, Telegraph Culvert Project update.
Hey, I was gone last week to Buffalo, the fall conference, but anyway, went down today, most of the rebar for the bottom of the footing is tied. You still got the uprights to stand, a lot of uprights, but a lot of rebar in this one. This is the 180 footer. It's coming, but everything's dug, so there'll be no more excavation, so be tying rebar, pouring concrete, putting everything back together, so.
Okay, Indian Stein rebar?
What's that?
The Indian Stein rebar?
No, actually they bought, they're using their labor, no. They bought a battery outfit, Milwaukee rebar,
Yeah,
$3,000, something like that, but pull the trigger and it's tight.
yeah.
It's amazing how quick.
Hooks the 2 hooks and spins.
Yes, it's pretty neat.
We used to have one, you had to go like that, you pull and it would spin, and you'd pull it, and you'd pull it.
Pretty much that.
That's it?
Worked though.
Okay, moving along. Number 14, sewer project update, Courtney.
Elm Street, things seem to be going good, other than our little hiccup with the contaminated soil, but Buck Brothers is on schedule or maybe even a little ahead of schedule. They're almost at the curb now,
Excellent.
probably not even 100 feet away. So, going good.
They're good. How deep are they right now then?
Maybe 13 feet or more. Now they're further deeper than that.
I should ask
Probably
Greg
trench
tonight.
boxes, so probably 15.
I wanted to ask Greg tonight, why they're changing that and coming up so quick. Because then, you know, if it gets up too high, then we've got pumps that have to be put in if we're gonna continue that somewhere down the road.
What do you mean when it keeps up so high?
Well, we're down at this level now,
Yeah.
and at some point, if we come up so quick that these houses we talked about have gotta have pumps in them. I'm wondering if we're doing that just to be easy digging, or,
No, I mean, they're not an easy digging now. It was all based on what they engineered for the levels of where they had to start and where they have to end.
I'm just trying to avoid all those houses having those pumps put in, which is.
Well, I don't think there's a lot that would. I only know of one right now that possibly would. But I don't really know the depth of everybody else's sewer lines in that one area.
Yeah, it all depends on where it comes out of the houses.
Some houses might have enough pitch to their house that you can go back and make up the difference.
Yeah.
Where's the pump going, in the house or in the line?
Now, if they did have to have one, it'd be on the line out in the yard.
But that's another $5,000-6,000 a piece.
Cause that's where.
But again, I don't know,
Possible.
I don't know that definitely any of them would.
You'd have to go into
I-
each individual house.
I have one house that we did work on, depending on where the new main ends up, could possibly, but I don't know what it is, the elevation way in their yard. I just know the one piece we did in the road didn't have much elevation to play.
Gotcha.
So I wouldn't, just, I guess what I'm saying is I don't wanna put it out there that there's gonna be a bunch of houses that need pump stations, cause that, I don't.
Yeah.
Anything else? Okay, go to other business. Rick,
I'm good.
Jim Douglas,
Did you get this letter, from Adele?
I haven't looked at my email since I was here at 4 o'clock.
All right, well.
There's a copy of it and everybody's.
Yeah, okay, all right. So,
Is it?
there was just that Adele sent a letter, she was just saying, please consider redeveloping the court for pickleball, a sport that grows continuously. So she sent us in, she also, she questioned, she says regarding the former Clark landing property, she asked us when cutter, and it says, provide area folds and maps that can be used to start for trail planning. And that was a different subject, and also, is the town forming a committee to plan new trails? And what I had told her is, I said, nobody had really formed a committee, but I asked her if she wanted to work on it. And, I mean, what's your feeling? We're gonna have to think about it at some time. I think maybe.
Thing is with the golf, what is it, golf? That would, no, that ain't pickleball, that's different. Pickleball is, disc golf. We have people that, Robert and they have a group of people, I think you guys are gonna meet with them.
Yeah.
Leave that to that group. We don't need
Right.
20 different hands in every
No.
one of these groups, because the problem is, it's what, we know how it works out that way. So we'll leave it to the people that do it on that part.
What I thought, we're gonna go down Wednesday
Yep.
and take a look,
Noon.
around noon. Even if, we form a committee and the committee goes down there and they wanna put a trail in and it interferes with the frisbee golf, shouldn't be a big deal because there is so much property down there. We can move the frisbee golf wherever it's gotta go to make it fit.
And he's really excited about that. She's not involved in that frisbee golf or anything.
Who
She did-
designed the trail last time?
She worked on
There
it.
was about a 7-year committee that did
Yeah.
work on it. She was part of it.
We didn't have to get an engineer involved to design the trail or anything? Besides the bridge and
I think,
the
we had to definitely get an engineer for the bridges and all that stuff. I think we probably.
I thought the trail was all designed already all the way to Loudon's Mills.
Yeah. Don't
I
we have a
thought that
picture of that?
design was already,
It was, but the problem,
We didn't get the easements.
We don't have easements to go across Kennedy's property,
They're not gonna give us
and they're not gonna give us one. So right
We
now,
we have what we own,
right now, we
No.
own that, and that's where the trail's gonna end.
as of right now.
But she said she would be interested if, you wanted, because she did do a lot with this trail, and,
I would like to see the Frisbee golf get up and started, even
Me too.
even if we just get some alleyways cut this year, so we've got something to start with in the spring. We don't have, I asked Mike the other day, we don't have a tractor, we don't have a brush hog, that we can go out in that field and start mowing stuff down. So it's a matter of they're gonna do it by hand, or,
How big is the brush there, Rick?
it's not brush, it's all grass.
It's all-
Yeah.
It's
it's all
about 5
grass.
feet
and
high,
there's two
But
guys.
how thick is it?
it's just grass.
I have, I don't care, you guys can have it. I got a wheel trimmer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's probably a 26-inch cut. It's a Husqvarna, runs off gas.
I'll take it.
It can cut, it can cut up to 1.5 inches.
It's not brush, it's grass.
It's grass.
Yeah, you could, I'll talk to Robert about it. I don't care if you can come.
Well, they're gonna go, you know, Bob, you know what? If you got a minute on Wednesday, come down at noon. Noon we're gonna meet.
Oh,
If-
yeah.
If, oh, yeah, I
All right,
don't know. what-
I'll see Robert tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you can talk to him, but he has two other guys,
Okay.
and that's something that I wanna get started before we get
Yeah,
the trail.
and if we make a commission and the commission deems it, that we're going to put the trail in here and it's in the way, the disc golf's in the way, we can always move it
There's
to one
a
side.
lot of room for everything.
There's plenty of room, I think.
I don't
to
see
let
any
them-
problem with having the disc golf off the trail a little bit.
No, I
once or
would,
twice.
if you haven't walked the trails behind the field house at Plattsburgh State, they've got great trails there with disc golf, and they all kind of intersect each other. And it's,
Yeah,
Same thing with
It's not a big
Florida.
deal.
Of course,
Right.
Florida.
just need a sign, watch out for
My
frisbee.
only thing was, I didn't want one group interfering with another.
Right.
No,
now you got a lot of controversy.
build your golf. Build your golf.
Sounds good.
But
Wednesday, we're gonna be.
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
They build the golf first, they can move the trail around it.
I am gonna bring my side by side down to ride out through there.
You can't, it's motorized.
Because he said it was, everything was about this deep. So the side by side will actually lay everything over to where we're going.
We can't lose any councilmen in the grass or anything.
I'm not gonna be here then.
Only if you can get lost.
It's that
There you
simple.
go, I
I'm
like
not
that.
walking out there.
There you go. That was all, other than that, things are good.
Okay, good. Diane?
Yes, as everybody sees in their folder, I got a phone call from Penny Mac today. Somewhere, somehow, in 2021, obviously there was a duplicate payment by a bank. I didn't pick it up.
County didn't pick it up.
County didn't pick it up, BAS didn't pick it up. Nobody picked it up, must be Penny Mac, that must have had inquired. So, what we're going, or they discovered that.
It was a double payment.
It was a duplicate payment, but out of 3 of us, we went 3 for 3 and nobody picked it up. So in saying that, I'm going to ask Mr. McDonald if we can make a motion so that we can release a check to these people since it's not our money. And how we get the money is that at the end of my tax season, and the county has all their money, then we have a balance in the tax checkbook. And everything but $2 goes to the town. It's for interest fees, it's for whatever. Well, there obviously was $1,394 that didn't belong to us in 2021. So I'm asking that we do it. Like I said, it was a hiccup in the system. And I cross-referenced all the deposit tickets with the batches, with everything. I had all the files out today, pretty much in my office. I had papers all over, making sure that the numbers all crossed.
Yeah, and they are 4 days apart too. The
Yeah.
payment came in 4 days apart,
And, yeah.
and it just.
So it was a hiccup in the system, and I talked to Kimberly Davis today, that's who answered the phone, and I'm thanking my stars that when I do a deposit, these are very large checks when Wells Fargo comes in and Penny Mac, they're a huge, huge file, and the checks. So I always put on the deposit tickets the batch number so that they match in the paperwork. Well, everything was matching, and
Okay, happens.
No problem.
We own the penny max, so we just need, I just have to have a motion.
So I will make the motion that we refund PennyMac
Yeah.
$13.94 of an overpayment, a duplicate payment from 2021, and give Diane permission to write the check, and then me and Jim will sign it.
Second.
No, we'll have to take it out, you got the money.
Take it out, and then.
Yeah, and then Judy's gonna, it's just gonna have to get taken out where it got put in.
Okay. So I made the motion, Jim second, any more discussion at all?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it happens.
On my face.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good enough.
Good catch.
Matt,
I'm good.
Mel,
Getting more panels painted, there aren't painted, seeking more sponsors at this point, I'm caught up with sponsors and paintings. Get in touch with me.
looking really good.
Big one going up sometime this week.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Good. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
That's funny because I have this under other business, paintings. Here, I've been walking the park and they look fabulous. And I think it's really cool, Mel, and I want to donate $200 to that, by the way. And I was hoping maybe Brady could do something on Facebook with his fundraising that he's so good at.
John's had it done.
Yeah, but Brady's phenomenal with it.
Oh,
I've asked.
yeah. Maybe, maybe we can have something to do with the assessment or something.
Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute, you lost me an hour.
Now you're just throwing curveballs now.
How many more do you need, Mel?
Not real sure, I gotta meet with him, he wanted to meet tonight.
You're gonna put them on both sides?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
they look
one.
really cool.
They look awesome.
There's a big one of the 6 brothers and the father going up on the east side as soon as Courtney's ready. And then we've got to touch base, I think we've got enough to cover the west side now.
Wow, awesome.
Keep
I
going.
know, they look awesome.
Do I need
Like
to
you
get
said,
a
if you
piece of
want me to
plywood?
do anything, you let me know.
Huh?
Do I need to get a piece of plywood to replace the one you took down?
No,
Is it not?
the piece, everything.
I've had more calls on that.
I gotta have 2 strong guys.
A little opening up there, eh?
I got 2 guys raised that, the whole thing is one complete unit, painting plus all the plywood.
Oh,
No, I've got the painting of Richard Hayworth down on the wall in my basement. I would like you to come up to the house and take a look at that. I would like your painter to paint that painting,
Nice.
because it is Richard Hayworth's building, and have that on one of the windows.
Sweet.
I had a request for the original Prue Grange here, and he's done that one, but I've got to code them and do all the other stuff. But,
Do I really check out to you or do I?
no, go straight to the painter, Greg Badger. I'll
So
send-
just give you cash?
No, I don't want to handle any money, go straight to Greg Badger. I'll give you his address, you can take care of it.
Okay, thank you.
No, it's, all he does is take a picture, so,
Mhm.
maybe take the painting right to him, he'll take a picture of it and give it right back.
I just soon he come to me. I don't really want to take that. It's from
Okay. I gotta meet with him tomorrow night.
From about 1846. I don't really want to move it.
Pam gave me some pictures, the old tannery on the side of the river, that one is, I think, done.
I've got the two portraits I've got. I wanted to put them in the library. One is Jeanette Everest Hayworth, which was Richard Hayworth's daughter, and the other one is Richard Hayworth himself. They're family portraits, and they've been in my family forever. And
Cool.
I've got them in the basement. She married, it's in the history of town of Peru, she married, I don't quote me on this, but I think she went down to Willsboro and lived down there. She is buried in the Peru Cemetery behind the bank. He is also, but I mean, his son, George, is the one that, he started down there with the sawmill, and his son, George and Hiram, are the ones that built everything up down there.
Cool. Good history.
18 something.
I believe it's around 1846.
Just, also the artist is working with school kids now, and he wants to start those school kids interviewing older people in the community regarding what the pictures are, and
Yeah, we get the,
so he wants to, I mean, he's driving this thing, and he wants to expand it, make it part of the curriculum. He's already got permission from the principal for older people to go in and talk.
awesome.
It's all gonna be recorded. Some of the paintings he's got on time lapse, he's gonna put that all together at some point, so we can have the skew or whatever it is
Yeah.
inside the building.
On your phone, then you
Yeah,
can
because
push
it's
it.
old on that. He's driving the train right now.
Okay.
He's psyched. He's not from the area, I don't believe, but he's just seeing a lot of when he's down there painting, people stop and they start reminiscing and he's hearing stories. He just felt that it was something that needed to be shared with the community. So he's gonna meet with our new historian whenever she gets back, and whenever that happens.
Awesome.
Okay, number 2 are planets, plaques or signs or whatever they are really eroding bad.
The wood.
Artist has got somebody, I think the Lions Club wants to purchase the material, and as part of that technology class in school is gonna have all those, what do you call, CNC machine, carve them out and take care of that whole thing. Courtney, do we have any of those plants left? They're all disappeared.
It's tough because they put it on a plywood, it's
Yeah.
it's a layered wood, it's just gonna, so what they're getting really bad, can't read some of them and stuff.
But the Lions Club wants to pay for
Excellent.
all of
You
it.
just got all the answers, man.
This is the artist,
Yeah.
this guy
This is me writing this down, you're right on it. One for you, Rick.
Anything else?
The bell. Are you ever gonna ring that?
I don't know if we're gonna ring it this year.
Huh?
We don't really have an occasion to ring it for.
My birthday's next week. Let's get
What about-
We put that inside of it and shake him.
There you go.
What about the
Bring it
plaque
anytime.
for that? Anything in the works for it?
I don't know.
I mean, I put a really nice thing on Facebook that you pretty much wrote up, and I just put it on there along with the Jeffers Steel donation,
Yep.
stuff like that.
Um,
I think we should have something there that
That
people
would-
can read about it.
I-
Besides, my little Facebook only has like 2,000 followers.
That would be fantastic. That and the stage. I'd like to have a plaque on both of them.
Okay. So maybe we should get that in works.
Okay.
Everybody looks at Pam.
You give me what you need written on it, and we're gonna do like just a thin piece of brass and then mount it
Something
on
we can,
metal or wood or.
it's up to Courtney.
Something that we could mount on a post down there would
Or
work.
do we mount it on the
I think it's
steel
good right to the
itself?
frame and
So
stuff.
we could do that, yeah.
Outdoor
On the
block.
steel.
Yeah. I am totally in favor. I've got a rope and a hook on it to do it.
Ring it at the last town market.
We could do that.
Or beginning of it.
Why don't we do that?
Beginning and end.
There you go. Oh, I guess you have to stick
You
around.
got that?
Yeah.
Okay.
When is the
Getting it
next
in.
town market?
Sunday.
August.
August?
October, sorry. October 8th or 9th, somewhere around in there.
It must be that, is it that Sunday or Saturday?
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Columbus Day weekend.
The ninth.
Yes, Sunday before Columbus Day.
There you go.
I don't think I'm.
Before and after.
Yes,
Sunday, I'll be.
Start it and close it.
sounds good.
Okay, anything else, Craig?
No, thank you.
Sorry. Anything? How's everything going?
Happening.
Matt? Oh, so now you're out.
Everything's going, I feel like I've gotten basically pretty much everything,
Awesome.
almost everything short of a, really good new dog.
Yeah. Awesome. I tell you, it's nice not to get a lot of phone calls, and I have not, which is great. So obviously you're doing your job. You're doing a good job.
And he's got his
Thank you.
Snoopy socks on too.
And
His
then
dog
that
socks.
Willy Wonka werewolf hunter.
Exactly.
My dog attacks him daily.
Your dog
So my dog attacks him daily, or barks at him at least. She flipped out.
Okay, Bob.
We're all set, thanks.
Mike.
The only thing we got is, we're still working on the locus, trying to get hold of Jason Fuller, and actually we're gonna get hold of George Kuhn and, the other homeowner that we talked to originally, because Jason's gonna kind of lay out that ditch for, to solve that problem here. But I think where it's gonna start is gonna cross two different properties, George Coombs and, which not gonna be a problem, it's just gonna be a little more legwork on the easement. That's all I got.
Without saying names, yesterday, was that taken care of?
Yeah.
Happened yesterday?
Yep,
Okay, don't
she
say
did
names.
file a police report.
Okay,
That's the second one on the same individual.
Yep.
But Dad knows Trooper up there, so I think that's part of the issue.
okay.
But they tore it up pretty good.
Yeah, she called me, and,
Lloyd, Lloyd.
well, I called Lloyd because he was mowing,
Swept it.
and then I called Lloyd, and then you called in between, so,
You know, they're firing up off, that's not town property, they're on somebody else's property.
okay. Okay. At least it was taken care of and addressed, and she said she was gonna call state troopers.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Mike. Lloyd, you have anything? No? Party?
Good.
Wow. Sweet ears.
There you go, everybody.
Pam?
Mark this down in the calendar somewhere, but.
Okay, I'm good myself.
The only thing is, I got.
No,
one
you're
more
up,
thing.
we asked you.
Whoa, backtrack,
I'm sorry,
backtrack
I'm
Douglas.
sorry. But she wasn't here at the last meeting, and I don't want to embarrass her, but I'm pretty proud that she put a lot of effort into all the town clerks, and I'm gonna let Pam take over from here because I wasn't there. How many town clerks were here for that?
One check.
90.
Well, she can't blow her own horn.
25, I believe, right, Diane?
25 town clerks. Thank you. And
Plus
I waited till you got here to thank you, and I don't want to embarrass you.
Then he forgot.
I'm not, my name ain't Bruno.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Well done, Diane.
Nobody's talking.
And they were very proud of the town and had to take pictures of everything.
That's what was so nice, is that they just, they really.
All the people that call her about different things or have reached out to me sometimes, and you get to see the face with the name and.
But they loved their town, everybody walked in and thought this was the most beautiful town in all the whole wide world.
That's pretty nice to get a compliment like that.
I mean, everybody, they were awesome.
Thank you
Cool,
Yeah.
Dan. Good job.
very much.
I will celebrate your birthday.
Anything else? Anyone else, real quick? Okay, moving on. Public comments on agenda items only. Anyone? Once? Twice? Okay. Need a motion and a second for resolution to pay the bills.
Motion.
Craig.
Second.
Jim Douglas.
A resolution authorizing the post office payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices of the town, whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills, and invoices for services rendered and goods provided to the town in September 2022. From town approved vouchers, September 2022, number 2022-001189, including number 2022-01247, abstract dated September 22nd, 2022. For the dollar amount totaling $782,326.65. Of that, $13,170.60 required transfer is prepaid, and $768,455.95 is remaining to be paid. Whereas the town board finds said claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable in form, reasonable amount, now therefore be it resolved that payment of the aforementioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved and the supervisor be and hereby is authorized to make such payment, and be it further resolved, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mr. Garber?
Yes.
Mr. Bruno?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes. Actually, you just need a table, why no one has any reason to have this on, right? Any executive session for anything?
I think we do.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
Then you
We got
make the motion of what it is.
short.
That's fine.
I made the motion.
Second. For what though?
It's,
Personnel.
employees,
Personnel?
personnel.
Okay. So Rick made a motion, Jim Douglas second, for executive session for personnel. Any discussion gonna come out of this, guys?
A decision will be made, yes,
Okay, so we have come out with a decision.
yes.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Personnel, what is it, did you say that?
Personnel's good.
Personnel, and we're gonna come out with a decision, so.